Hello, my name is Cody Short. I'm a student at the University of Charleston, and today I will be presenting Leading My Teaching for Advanced Leadership by Professor Hannah Lee Masters. The date is 7/19/2026. The setting. The setting for this presentation is an academic setting in which I am giving a formal presentation to a class of college students. The value dimensions for a young adult in college often do not coincide with healthy living. College students often have disrupted sleep habits, poor diets, and decreased time for exercise and mental health awareness. At this age, it is important to start setting goals for personal health. This time of life is important because poor living habits now can increase the risk of chronic health conditions later in life. Personal health goals can help people in this age range start to understand what healthy living can lead to. Goals of personal health care. The goal of personal health care is to acquire knowledge that will give you the ability to live longer thanks to living a healthy lifestyle. Self-care is the first step in living a healthy life. College students should focus on self-care to better know what their specific body needs to be healthier. Things like smoking cessation, eating healthy foods, staying physically active, mouth care, good sleeping habits, screening for diseases, and knowing your family history are all great ways to start promoting a healthier lifestyle that promotes longevity of life. Opposite of personal health care goal. Neglect is the opposite of personal health goals. This group often neglects their self-care needs by drinking excessive amounts of alcohol, smoking or vaping, eating processed foods, not exercising, and having poor sleep habits. These are all common findings in college students, and it is important that this population has an understanding and the consequences of these actions. These poor self-care habits can lead to several chronic diseases and can lower the quality and quantity of life in later years. Figure from history. Florence Nightingale was one of the first healthcare professionals that was able to develop many standards of care for nursing and healthcare. Florence Nightingale was able to identify and implement interventions that are still used today. Florence was able to determine the importance of hand hygiene, which is still the single best way to prevent the spread of infection. She also helped others realize the importance of a clean environment and the importance of sunlight to promote healing and a better mood. Florence Nightingale has left a lasting influence on healthcare, and studying her closer will show the importance of promoting self-care in every aspect of life to improve overall health. Steps. The steps to achieving personal health care goals are simple. The college students must first understand the importance of self-care and health promotion as mentioned before. Limiting negative interventions like smoking, eating processed foods, and drinking alcohol can help prepare for the next step. Elimination of these poor habits is the next step. After eliminating, the student will then have the opportunity to replace the bad habits with healthy habits, improving health, such as eating healthy, well-rounded diets, increasing water consumption, increasing activity level, and having a better sleep schedule. Following these steps can help this population improve overall health and prevent poor health outcomes. Self-care is a daily decision made by people to promote improved physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Self-care is often overlooked or forgotten about and not prioritized in this population. This group of people are often so busy that they forget to take part in key aspects of their personal health. Self-care not only means going to doctor's appointments, but also partaking in disease screenings and other interventions as simple as going to bed early, brushing teeth, drinking water, exercising, getting outside, and limiting screen time. These are all ways to improve personal health with self-care. Highest standard of health and well-being. Maslow's hierarchy of needs describes 5 steps that a person must follow in order to achieve one's full potential. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it is important to remember that each step must be met in order to move on to the next step, and if a previous step is no longer met, then that step must be met again before progressing through the further steps of the hierarchy. The final step is self-actualization. And in this phase of the hierarchy, the person develops a strong desire to grow and become healthier. I feel this describes much of what the highest standard of health and well-being is. A person that desires to become healthier and is willing to put the work in has then achieved the highest standard of health. Promotion of individual well-being. What is individual well-being and self-care redefined? Promotion of individual well-being is a serious task that this age group, being college students, should focus on. Oftentimes, our own well-being is looked over during this stressful period of our lives. It is important to take time each and every day and ask ourselves what our bodies need. Oftentimes, simple things such as relaxation, drinking water, and eating a healthy meal is all our bodies lack to promote a healthier and happier lifestyle. Conclusion: setting goals, achieving goals, self-care, and highest standard of health. This presentation is directed toward the college audience. This age group often overlooks personal health care needs, which can lead to chronic illnesses and disease later in life. Understanding personal goals of health can help this age group determine methods and strategies of healthy living today to help prevent poor health outcomes later in life. Achieving these goals may take time. However, by doing this consistently and often, this age group will become healthier and live happier lifestyles. Self-care is an important aspect of personal health. Self-care helps this age group understand what their bodies need and how they can help themselves become healthier. Finally, it is important to note again that people who care about their health and strive to become healthier have met the highest standard of health. And these people will continue living healthy lives for a long time. Thank you. And I hope this presentation was educational and brings new thoughts about your own personal health journey. Again, my name was Cody Short, and this will conclude my presentation following the last slide, which is my references. Thank you for your time.